Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of Travel with Lulu. So recently I did some traveling to Alaska. We went on a 7-day cruise with the Holland America line aboard the Koningsdam ship. And so I'm here today to tell you about Club Orange. Now you're probably wondering, what is Club Orange? Well, Club Orange offers an added level of luxury on Holland America line ships and includes priority check-in, disembarkation, expanded dining amenities and menus, as well as a complimentary stateroom upgrade. Since our cruise was 7 days long, that meant we paid $25 per person and per day in order to access Club Orange. So, let's check it out and see if it was completely worth it. So the first benefit of Club Orange was priority check-in. That meant that when we were checking in to get our rooms confirmed as well as our security check done, we could enter a lineup just for Club Orange members, and we didn't have to wait in the super long lineup to get our check-in done. As you see here, this is the normal lineup versus our lineup. Next up was avoiding super long lineups when it came to customer service aboard the Koningsdam, which is the ship we went aboard with Holland America line to Alaska. So here you'll see me walking past a particularly long lineup, but because we have Club Orange, we don't have to worry about that. In fact, we have our own separate line and our own separate agents to talk to in order to settle our concerns. Priority lineup benefits with Club Orange continued with the tenders. When we arrived at Ketchikan, we had to take tenders to go ashore. So normally what you would do is receive a tender ticket and wait in an area to be called based on tender availability. However, because we are Club Orange members, then we were notified when the early tenders were available to start moving, and we could wait in a lounge that had beverages and snacks. And once a tender became available, then we had priority boarding, meaning we got to go on first before everyone else. When we boarded later tenders, we didn't have to also get any tender tickets, and we could just board any tender that became available without having to wait. Next, we have a private dining area just for Club Orange members. So this area can only be accessed by people who have purchased the Club Orange add-on to their cruise fare. Now, private dining areas are only available on 3 of Holland America line ships: the Koningsdam, which is the one we traveled with, the New Statendam, and the newest Holland America line ship, the Rotterdam. However, Club Orange does exist aboard the other Holland America line ships, but instead of having a private dining area, you'll be seated in the main dining restaurant on that ship and be separated from the non-Club Orange members, so you don't have to worry about dinner rush or waiting for a seat for a long time. So Club Orange serves 2 meals per day. One for breakfast, which is served between 7:30 a.m. and 9 a.m., and dinner, which starts at 5 p.m. Now, if you're not sure whether it's worth paying extra to have your own private dining area, I decided to film how busy it would be if you were to be seated in the main dining restaurant. So here we see me walking through the dining restaurant. Earlier you did see a long lineup, and in comparison with the Club Orange dining area, this is fully packed and there's a lot of people, and it's very noisy, as you heard earlier. Of course, having just mentioned the dining room, it would be a disservice to not go into details about the food that we had at Club Orange. So I decided to compile the week-long food that we had in the dining room, and specifically with Club Orange, at dinner time they have what we call the Club Orange Special. So that's the expanded dining menu I was alluding to, and we'll see each day has its own special. This part of this video will mostly be just photos and videos, but I will make a comment or two along the way to give you some more information about the food we had. Otherwise, sit back and relax. So first off, something you should know about Club Orange dining menu is it's really not that different in terms of what is offered, besides the Orange Daily Special that I mentioned earlier. One thing I found in Club Orange, and whether this was also available in the main dining room, I can't say, but if we wanted to have multiple starters or multiple entrees or even multiple desserts, they were very accommodating and they were happy to serve us multiples of a certain dish, or if we wanted to have a few more starters or a few more entrees. So that was really something I enjoyed being able to do in Club Orange. Another positive about the dessert choices, and this was also true for the buffet items if you went to go eat at the buffet, was that there was always a no sugar added option, and for someone like me who is trying to be more conscious about my sugar levels, that was very accommodating for my dietary preferences. One thing I wanted to point out, in case you haven't seen already on the menu, is that some of the entree options on the right side of the menu does have a price or a number attached to it, meaning it is an additional fee should you choose that entree instead of the ones that are included as part of your cruise fare. So I wanted to add here that breakfast menu for Club Orange was the same for every single morning. There weren't any changes, and some of the breakfast items are familiar ones you may have seen before on other menus. So I mostly focused on foods that would be interesting or unique, and I only focused on one day of breakfast foods just because there wouldn't be any difference if I filmed it on day 2 versus day 4 or day 6. One of my favorite items to order at breakfast time was the freshly squeezed orange juice. Normally they cost about $4.50 outside of Club Orange, so make sure you do take advantage of it. One thing I will say about Holland America line and Club Orange is they cooked very delicious Asian cuisine. This is probably one of my favorite dishes on the entire menu, both breakfast and dinner, the Pan-Asian breakfast. I mean, how often can you have a bento box for breakfast? What I also liked about breakfast was being able to look through the window and look at all the fresh fruit, the fresh danishes, the fresh bakery items like muffins, as well as seeing some fresh croissants and watching the chefs prepare your omelette as we see over here.
Okay, deal.
Finally, the last benefit of Club Orange was the disembarkation options. So, if you didn't have Club Orange, you would have to pick a slip that corresponds to a specific time for disembarkation. You can see here it's pretty busy, but what I'm actually doing is I'm actually walking towards breakfast because with Club Orange, we didn't have to leave the ship until 9:30 a.m. local time. So we didn't have to rush, we weren't in a hurry, and we could still have breakfast at a reasonable time at a reasonable speed. So ultimately, my thoughts about Club Orange and whether it's worth it, I believe it's very much worth it. Yes, it does cost $25 per person per day if you're on a cruise of 13 days or less. But we have priority check-in, priority embarkation, priority lineups for tenders, a relaxed disembarkation, we had our own private dining area aboard the ship, and even our own customer service lineup. So my final advice to you is if you're able to afford Club Orange, I would highly recommend for you to try it. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching about cruising or other VIP amenities, don't forget to like and subscribe.